Are we on? Oh, we're away. Yeah, we're on. Cool. Hey folks. Hey. Hey everybody, and how's it going? Welcome to another video. My name is Abbie, and this is Spend More Time in the Wild, and we are talking reviews. I'm really excited to be jumping on another review video with you today. Now, the reviews I produce are all about authenticity and empowering you guys to make the best decision for your adventures. It's about minimizing our impact on the environment and maximizing our level of comfort and enjoyment when we're out and about in the hills or on the water, or doing whatever it is we do when we're outside. Now, it's a beautiful, crisp autumnal day, and I'm looking somewhat camouflaged, at least as much camouflage as I ever tend to get these days, in this beautiful Infinity Rab Microlight Down Jacket. Now, the Microlight by Rab is a classic piece. They have been producing this jacket for many, many years. But over the course of that journey, they've been improving and making tweaks and changes to make this a piece of equipment that is suitable for year-round adventurous activities, particularly in the mountains and in the hiking, exploring sort of scene. So today, I'm going to be breaking down this piece of equipment, which I've been using throughout 2022, and I have to say I love it, and particularly now as the temperatures have dropped. This is my go-to piece. Our house is rather cold, and I find myself in it all the time, and I was just doing my teeth this morning like, do you know what? I think it's a good day to review this beautiful piece of equipment. So here we are, let's get down to it. All right, let's kick this information download off with sizing. So this jacket comes in small to extra, extra large. And what I love about that is because it basically fits almost anybody. The fit is active and slim, and if it is of interest, I am 5'7", 5'8" on a good day, I hasten to add, and this is a size small. Now, what you can see for a slim active fit is it's actually not tight against my body at all. So I can definitely fit layers underneath this, and I would on some instances say it's actually slightly too big for me, but do you know what? I love it, so that's just that. Now let's talk about the outer fabric. What is it that makes this piece of equipment so interesting for me? Well, the outer fabric has a technology called GORE-TEX INFINIUM WINDSTOPPER built into it. Now, traditionally, I have steered towards synthetically insulated jackets because when they get wet, the compression of that internal insulation doesn't really matter. It still means I can stay warm and I don't have to deal with any stress about, no, the weather's coming in, I need to get this thing off and pack it away. Down, when it tends to get wet, compresses, and so it loses its insulation power or factor, and it's generally, it's a much better sort of round camp piece of equipment. Everybody has their argument for pro versus con, but that's just me and what I tend to work with. However, this piece of kit has challenged my thinking, and I do love a challenge. It's good to evolve your way of thinking, shall we say. And so with this technology built into it, this jacket can basically withstand a little bit of moisture. So if you've got some light snow or some spin drift or some dampness in the air, you can wear this jacket absolutely fine. It is going to repel some of that water. It's just going to bead and sit on top of it as opposed to soak into it. So that's really helpful. It's got that windproof and that weather resistance sort of built into it. Now, when it actually comes to the rest of the fabric, it is 13 denier in its weave, so it's not particularly dense, and that's what really helps to minimize the weight of this piece of equipment. So a size medium weighs just over 450 grams, I think 452, something like that. So I hasten to add that this is a size small, is probably 448 grams. That's my lucky guess. But yeah, when it comes to the down, or the baffles rather, that keep the down in the body, they are stripped horizontally against the body, as you can see, and Rab tend to call this body mapping. So it maximizes the warmth retention in the body, as well as partnering that very nicely with breathability, so that we don't just suffocate and get very uncomfortable when we're in this piece of jacket. Here, have a piece of a jacket. When we're in this piece of equipment / jacket. The down within it, now this is where I get very excited, is 100% recycled down. Now that for me is just fantastic, because as outdoor people, as people who love to go outdoors, whether it's for work or for play or something else, there is so much that we can be doing to minimize our footprint and our impact on those environments that we love to get out and about into. And for me, when it comes to consumerism and buying products, that's where we can really make a choice to put the environment first. And so buying pieces of kit that have got sort of recycled elements to them is just going to help minimize the footprint that we're creating when we are purchasing new products. The down within this jacket has a 700 fill power, and it is evenly spread across the body, but obviously, as I say, helping to maximize the warmth to weight ratio through the zoned micro and nano baffles, as they tend to call them. Now the down, as you can see, if I dare to take my hat off, goes right the way through the hood. I'm just moving very carefully because I don't want to ruffle the microphone too much. But you can see there is down all the way through the hood as well. You know, it's our extremities, so our fingers and our toes and our head where we lose most of the heat. They're very vulnerable places. So this is a helmet compatible hood. So if you had a helmet on, you can whip this over the top, so to speak. And as I say, it's going to help protect you. You've got this wire stiffened peak, which you can shape and mold to sort of zip yourself up and away from the elements. And then on the side here, you've got 2 adjustable points. In fact, if I just try and, as I say, I'm trying to move very carefully to not ruffle the microphone. You see, you've got these 2 toggles. I can pull those, really lock myself in, and make sure it fits nice and comfortably when I'm out on the trail or just generally sitting, belaying and trying to stay warm. Let's take that off. Pop the hat back on. Now if we work our way down the jacket through the other features, we have got this beautiful storm guard here. And I say beautiful because, man, it is so good to touch. It's just so soft. Like, the fabric they've put here is kind of like felty, and it's just like you just want to snuggle into it and have a little nap. I mean, maybe that's just my opinion, but there we go. So you've got a beard guard there. Not that I have a problem with my beard catching on the zip. But what this what this baffle is actually designed to do is, you know, if you've got the wind pummeling against you, is it's not going to get through the zip. Zips can often be sort of exposure areas. So by having that baffle, it just really, again, protects the body. This is a YKK zip, which some of you guys might be familiar with. Ultimately, it's just a very high quality made zip. And then we have 2 zipped hand pockets here on the side. For size reference, you could, if you're lucky, squeeze an OS map into there. I mean, here's the top of it right there. Here's the bottom. The bottom actually goes below the base of the zip, so it goes pretty much, well, it does actually, it goes right down to the base of the jacket, which is, it's a very nice size pocket. For me though, I found it a little bit of a waste of space. That's a big exaggeration of an opinion, but to keep it very simple for understanding, when you're wearing a rucksack, you can't really access the pockets because the belt comes right across the center of it. And I just find that a little bit of a shame because that's where I want to get my hands on a cold day. If I'm wearing a jacket, I want to be able to use it. And quite often, if I'm outside, I have a rucksack. It's just the way it is. So that's some thoughts and feelings around that. For me, it's not a deal breaker. It's just something to bear in mind. And all of the toggles on the side pockets and the front are glove compatible. They're really nice size, so when you've got clunky gloves on and your hands are cold and you're like, I can't feel anything, you can just go meh, grab it and zip it up, and it's quite easy to do even when you can't feel anything. Now this is quite a nice feature. So on the left side of the chest there is a pocket, and it is a hidden pocket, so they call it, or discreet, apart from the fact the toggle is there, but you know, you win some, you lose some. And basically you can unzip this, and for size reference, I actually tend to keep my phone in here. Batteries, like I could probably fit the camera I'm shooting on in this pocket, without the lens at least. Like, it's a very, very big pocket. Again, sort of the top comes right up to the shoulder seam, and it goes right the way down to the top of the side pocket. So it's a very, very big pocket, and I love that. I use that a lot. It's nice to keep your technology warm because it prolongs the battery life when you're out and about hiking. Coming to the sleeves. So there's this super nice piece of elastic on the cuffs here, which again, it just feels really nice. I don't know what Rab have done with this piece of equipment, but it's just like, oh my gosh. I get a bit excited about things that feel nice because, I don't know, it's like waterproofs. Like, who likes wearing waterproofs? And then if you find a waterproof that's actually comfortable to wear, it's just miraculous in your waterproof experience. And I find this jacket is just like, oh, it's just nice. So anyway, the sleeves, before I get too overwhelmed by my nice fabric fetish, are elasticated, which is great. There is no draw cord there, but for me, I quite like the size of them. I don't know whether it's just me and the size of this jacket, but I love rolling things up. My arms don't tend to get cold too much, so That's just something that I tend to do there. And then on the base of the jacket, if I just step back slightly, we can see we've got a draw cord. It's adjustable on both sides, so you can really lock in the heat and pull this down to your waist. And again, for me, it's nice because it covers sort of my bottom, shall we say, and just generally helps me stay rather comfortable when I'm out feeling a wee bit fresh. So the only other thing left for me to say to conclude this video is this jacket does come with a stuff sack. So you can whack it in there and shove it in your rucksack and then whip it out. It's all very dramatic when you're feeling a wee bit fresh when you're out on your adventures. For me, I actually don't use stuff sacks very often at all because my layering clothing tends to just be shoved into my rucksack to fill the empty space that I've got around other pieces of equipment, and it just bulks it out a little bit nicer. I think that makes sense. But actually, you know what? I really hope this video has been helpful for you. I'm really enjoying using this jacket. As you know, I love the feel of it. And I just find it fits really nicely. And Rab is just leading head and shoulders above many, many other major outdoor brands when it comes to environmental consideration and sustainability. And as I've already alluded to, hinted at, preached about, I really believe this is something that we as outdoor users need to be taking very seriously, because if we love the places where we get out and explore and play, then we should be doing everything we can to protect them. And included in that is the choices that we make when it comes to purchasing equipment. Don't forget, you also don't have to buy brand new. You can buy secondhand, and there are so many different sites out there online, whether it's Facebook Marketplace or Outdoor Gear Exchange or somewhere else completely, where you can get your pieces of equipment at a slightly reduced price as well. Price. Did I even mention how much this piece of equipment costs? I don't know if I did. So this jacket costs £250. So that's exactly what I mean. If that is out of budget for whatever reason, then looking for secondhand is gonna not break the bank in quite the same way, and hopefully create some space in someone's closet that's probably getting rather dusty. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Any questions, any thoughts, feelings, or anything you want to share, let me know in the comments below. If there's anything you'd like me to discuss, talk about, expand on, review, also let me know in the comments below. Please do hit subscribe, share this video, have a look on my channel and everything else that's going on, because I have many videos on my channel now. And if you enjoy my work and you'd like to support me in what I'm trying to do, particularly as we move into the new season in 2023, then please do consider joining my Patreon community. I would appreciate it so much. It would mean the world, and there's so many different things that you can access, including giveaways of some major outdoor brands worth of kit. I could go on about it for ages. The Patreon community is a worldwide network of passionate people, and we are buzzing about life on there. So head to patreon.com/spendmoretime-in-the-wild, or my website, spendmoretimeinthewild.co.uk, to find out more about my work, to join a walk. There's tons of stuff going on. That's basically what I'm saying. Thanks for hanging out, and until next time, enjoy your adventures and stay wild. I'll see you soon.